Too much wrestling. That is what's wrong with this new Triple H era. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It is time to review Friday Night SmackDown, but we're reviewing it late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Why? Because I've actually got a life. I actually need to go and work. There's other things I've got to do other than watch wrestling. And wrestling ain't one of my favourite things to do either. I mean, back in the day, wrestling was fucking great. Now, it's kind of shit. So, yeah, speaking of shit, this wasn't a great SmackDown. And like I said at the start of the video, just far too much wrestling under Triple H. It's not that there's too many matches, it's just that the matches are going way too long. You know, some matches are just like throwaway matches that don't really mean anything. There's no stakes, no stipulations, yet they're dragging them out to like 15, 20 minutes. I mean, we need storytelling, we need development, characters development, we need other stuff other than wrestling, and even porn, for God's sake, man. If the plumber comes out and the woman's got a leak, you know, the chick's got a leak, he'll look through his tool bag, you know, he'll pull out all these different tools to try and fix her leak, and then the next, because he needs something to fill the gap with, and then the next minute, you know, he'll drop his pants and he'll whip out his penis. But at least we get a bit of a story, you know. They don't just go straight into the bang, 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 you know, like wrestling, or move after move after move. They tell a bit of a story, you know. The guy knocks on the door, the chick's getting dressed so she can let him in. There's storytelling, you know, the story advances. But in this WWE SmackDown, it's just, well, we've got a match, then we've got another match, then we've got another match, we've got a promo match, long match, little promo, big match. You know, it's like, what? Come on, guys, what are we doing here, for fuck's sake? I'm not going to sit here and say that the Triple H era has been like a disaster, because it hasn't been. I mean, there's definitely some things I think Triple H has improved, and I can see bits of the company getting better, but in my opinion, there has been bits that have got worse. And for me, it's, I mean, the long matches are one thing, and just like the amount of vanilla bombs that he's bringing back, like bringing back Johnny Gargano, you know, bringing back Imperium, which we'll talk about on tonight's show. Why? Gunther was actually on a bit of a roll with this whole German thing, and they've just completely done away with that because Triple H wants to relive his baby on NXT Imperium. So just throw away Gunther's work for the past, 4 months. Just throw away the Italian guy, Da Vinci. He was doing some okay stuff on NXT, but they've just thrown that away just so they can pair Imperium back up together, and it's like a fuck you at McMahon for, you know, breaking up the stable. I don't get it, honestly, guys. I do not get it. We kick off SmackDown with a 6-man tag match. The Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. Was this a bad match? No. Was there some good things in this match? Yes. Did this match go too long? Fucking, as Austin would say, oh, hell yeah. I mean, it was just too long, man, and you kind of knew Imperium were going to win. There was no stipulation here. It's to open SmackDown. It's like a cold opening to SmackDown. No, just SmackDown starts and they force this 20-minute match on you. We just, and the whole story, I guess, was, I mean, at least there was a bit of a story in this match. I'll give them credit. I mean, the story was Sheamus couldn't really get his hands on Gunther. Imperium were beating up, what's the fucking Ridge Holland? They were beating up the other wee guy, Butch. But you know, Sheamus couldn't get tagged in when Gunther was in there. Eventually he does. There's bodies everywhere, man. The big brawl, and then the next minute Imperium hit their tag team on Ridge Holland. The tag team maneuver finisher on Ridge Holland, and they get the win. Like I said, was it a bad match? No. Did it go too long? Yes. Again, even just having a stipulation on the line, would this match have not been better? What if we kick off with, and I get they've already got a main event scheduled, but why can't we just thread this whole Sheamus and Gunther thing throughout the night? Can't we have a backstage interaction between them or something? A bit of a brawl or a challenge that leads to the match tonight. Maybe a stipulation for the match is if the Brawling Brutes win, Sheamus gets another shot at the IC title. You know, something like that. Something that makes the match a little bit meaningful. But no, we just go straight into the match and we get the match. Like I said, was the match bad? No, but it could have been better, man. It was just too long and too fucking boring. Then we get Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah versus Toxic Attraction. Toxic Attraction say it's the Beast and not the Beauty. I mean, they say that Aaliyah's pretty, but it was more like an insult. Like, that's the only thing you've got going for you that's good. So yeah, that's not going to happen. Again, why is Toxic Attraction just been called up to lose on SmackDown? I mean, surely when they come to SmackDown, it should be a big deal. Oh, you've got Toxic Attraction from NXT, but no, they just brought them to SmackDown to lose. I mean, like, what's the point? I get it. It was just JC Jane and Gigi Dolan. They didn't have Mandy Rose with them, but again, still, it's like, why? You know, just save them. Why not save them and, you know, actually bring them in? It feels like a big deal. Let's say they bring Toxic Attraction in a month's time or something. You're just going to think back to this and go, well, they've already lost. You know, it's like, I don't know, like, is there no other women that could have lost to Raquel and Aaliyah tonight? Probably not. We then got Liv Morgan saying that she's ready to beat Ronda Rousey again. Let's hope not. I mean, the fact that she's already down... well, fucking hell, I don't like both of these women, to be fair. But Liv Morgan just shouldn't be champion, let's be honest. She should not be champion. And why is she looking like a fucking dodgy e-girl, man? She's looking like, you know, any random e-girl on fucking OnlyFans these days. Why does she look... Why do they go for this, like, really stupid makeup to make them look like a clown? Because Liv Morgan, like, when she just looks, like, natural, she is hot, but she's doing this weird shit to her face, the fucking eye drops, and it just doesn't look good. She might think it looks great, but someone needs to tell her that it doesn't really work. It's the same when you look at, like, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Not that I'm saying Shayna Baszler's attractive, but why they did this fucking stupid eyeshadow shit, and just, like, the makeup it does not make them look hot, man. It makes them look like freaks, clowns, I don't know, warriors. Well, maybe not warriors, like, but they don't look... You know, they don't look like attractive. Back in the day, man, you see all the women come out, they look fucking great. Nowadays, they come out and they just look fucking weird. I don't get it, man. Don't understand it. I guess they don't want them to look good. Maybe that's it. We then have the Fatal 5-Way women's match to determine who will challenge Liv Morgan at Extreme Rules. I mean, again, Lacey Evans looked good tonight, I'll tell you that. It was pretty good. Lacey Evans, I liked her new look. Definitely it looks a bit hotter, and I'm glad that she's went full heel, because that last, you know, that thing she was doing, the face shit, just wasn't working. Ronda Rousey is fighting Shia Lee. The commentator, I think it was Graves. I think he's covering for what's his name? McAfee. He's covering for McAfee for like 3 months. I mean, SmackDown's going to be shit for 3 months. But anyway, he says, can Shia Lee pull off an upset and knock off Ronda Rousey? Can Shia Lee knock off Ronda Rousey? There's more chance of me knocking one out than Alexa Bliss. Let's be honest, man, right? Shia Lee's got fucking no danger. Shia Lee is beating Ronda Rousey. Never in a million years. And surprise, surprise, Ronda Rousey taps out Shia Lee, beats Natalya. They did let Sonya, and I was surprised, they let Sonya Deville actually tap out. No, Sonya Deville tapped out Shia Lee, while Ronda Rousey tapped out, what's her name, the American chick, Lacey Evans. And then they had like a stare down, and Sonya Deville actually held off Ronda Rousey for like a minute. You know, and it was pretty cool seeing Sonya actually counter a move from Ronda and apply a submission on her own. And they did play up the fact that Sonya Deville has got like MMA background too. And I enjoyed this, but at the end of the day, like, it was literally just a minute that Sonya was able to like hang with Ronda Rousey. Then Ronda Rousey ended up pinning her anyway. But again, it's like, why not? I think Sonya Deville's good. Why not, like, you know, give her a bit of a push here and make her look more dominant? And I'm not saying it has to be 50-50, but I don't see why they couldn't have had, when it came down to these two, why not have the final, you know, battle between these two go for 5 minutes and give Sonya a bit more offense? Like, why just bury her and have her lose in like a minute to Ronda? I just don't get that, man. Ronda's becoming pretty invincible, and it pisses me off, man. It's dumb looking. It really is dumb when she pretty much, you know, is head and shoulders above everybody else. Then Ronda encourages Shayna Baszler to get revenge. This tells me that Shayna Baszler is going to cost Ronda Rousey at the next pay-per-view. I mean, she keeps saying to Shayna Baszler, you need to toughen up, you need to get revenge. I think Shayna Baszler is going to get revenge, but I think she's going to get it on Ronda Rousey, and maybe she'll go with something like, you know, oh, I was supposed to be the MMA person, I was the killer, then you came in and stole my spotlight, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Maybe that's what they'll do. Then we had a fucking tag team, 8-man tag team match. Again, who really cares here? It was the Street Profits and Hit Row versus Mansois, Mace, and Los Lavarios. I don't even remember who won. I think it was the team of the Street Profits. Who cares? I mean, seriously, who cares? Shite match. Then we had Alpha Academy come out wanting respect, telling everyone to shush, please. Gable says that he's trained Otis to be the only monster in WWE, and then, you know, cue Braun Strowman's music. Maybe that's Goldberg's, I don't know. Braun Strowman comes out, hits a powerbomb on Gable, hits a big powerbomb on Otis. Was it a cool powerbomb? Yes, but I mean, pretty much that is it. We then had the Usos welcome him. Usos and Sami Zayn come out. I mean, Sami Zayn in the Bloodline is really, really good. I'll give them that. I mean, Sami Zayn, especially his feud with like Jey Uso, the way those two don't get along, is pretty great. They introduce Solo Sikoa to the gang. Solo Sikoa is the new member. He says he's the problem solver. But like Tomko, I guess, he says you cause, you know, you pose as an issue for the family, and he'll fix it, really. Then Drew McIntyre comes out, starts beating up Solo Sikoa. Sami Zayn pushes Sikoa out the way, takes a chair shot. Drew McIntyre says he wants Solo Sikoa, then Solo Sikoa accepts the challenge. So it's going to be Sikoa versus Drew McIntyre tonight in the main event. Then during later in the night, we've seen another segment backstage where Sami Zayn is like trying to, you know, get friendly with Solo Sikoa, and Solo Sikoa's like, I heard you're the man around here, and he looks him up and down, and it doesn't look good for Sami, and then Solo Sikoa's like, Roman was right, you are the man. And then Sami's like, anything you need, Solo, I'll help you. And then this pisses off Jimmy or Jey Uso because he doesn't like fucking Sami, and they're about to come to like an argument, and then Jey Uso's is like, come on Sami, calm down, tonight's about Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline. And because Sami Zayn was going to be there for Solo Sikoa, Jey Uso's just like throwing the toys at the pram, and he says, nah, the whole Bloodline's going to go down tonight, even though 30 seconds ago he says that Solo had to do it on his own. So Solo had to go solo, but now he's doing it with the whole Bloodline. And we go into the match, and it's a decent match. Solo Sikoa, Drew McIntyre, the Bloodline's getting involved. Drew is outnumbered. The Street Profits come down, they attack the Usos, and we're getting the Street Profits versus the Usos again for like the millionth time. Who knows? And then just when it looks like Drew is about to win, he gets caught from behind. It is Karrion Kross. He locks in a sleeper hold. The screen goes black and white. Scarlett's there looking hot as always, and that's how SmackDown goes off there. Drew McIntyre tries to break out of it, but it's locked in. It's too much for Drew, and he just like passes out, and Karrion Kross like finishes SmackDown, just like, I don't know, choking out Drew McIntyre, I guess. So there you go, guys. That was SmackDown. I mean, I really, really enjoyed the Bloodline stuff. I mean, as always, Sami Zayn really funny in that. It was actually nice to see Sonya Deville get a bit of, you know, she actually lasted against Ronda Rousey for like a minute. Fair play. Like I said, the opening match wasn't bad by any means. It was just far too fucking long and a bit meaningless. Was it a bad show? No, it wasn't a bad show. Main event was okay. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10, guys. I mean, it wasn't. It was no, it wasn't. I wouldn't go as far as saying it was a good show. It wasn't horrible though. I will give it a 3 out of 10. There was a few things that I liked, guys, but overall, not great. And that is it. So 3 out of 10. Let us know what you thought down below. We'll catch you in the next one, which I believe is Monday Night Raw. So yeah, Monday Night Raw should be. We've got a Women's Tag Team Championship match happening as well. So maybe we'll crown new champs, or maybe we won't. Have to tune in to find out. That's it, guys. Till next time. Peace.